Okay, Lee, thank you very much for tuning in. Just a quick update on our loft and what we are doing. This is our basketing on Friday night, 3rd of May, for Viljoenskroon 150 kilometer toss. So the distance is now piling up and the races are now approaching us. And yes, my son is basketing the pigeons. We only basketed 25, the other 25 had to stay at home, unfortunately, because due to my ignorance, I never clipped the feathers, as you know, and now we're sitting with a molting problem. And they are now with 9th, 7th, 8th flights that they are pushing. But nevertheless, let's see who came home and who did not. Okay, so the birds have now returned home, thank goodness. Yeah, I had 4 on the drop with a 2-minute break between 2 to 3 minute break between the first group and the fourth group, after the last group. But something that was quite interesting for me and what I will definitely take note of is that the 4 pigeons that came first with a 2-minute break from 150 kilometers, all 4 of them are brothers and sisters, full brothers and sisters, and they came from the same mother and father. Now that can be nothing but a coincidence on this distance, but I'm thinking just maybe we've got something there. I hope, because it is from my best, and the one of them is this beautiful indigo hen. There she goes. Same family as the pink lady from the painters, with its roots in the Michel de Becker pigeons, the pink ones. There she is. The father is a Hoijmans Mona Lisa pigeon from Ghana's Loft, 2nd or 3rd generation. And the father of that pigeon won me 3 races, and the mother was put into stock directly, but the grandmother of that pigeon bred more winners than I can count on both my hands. So yeah, very good stock. So I'm very glad that they actually came back, or came first. So there's the one. Where's the others now? Interestingly enough, there is another. This is a checkered, also indigo, a 2024. She was only weaned end of February, but she's keeping up with the best of them. That's why she's part of the team. And then the white flight down here is actually the nest mate of the first indigo I just showed you. But he came out as a Czech white flight. He looks exactly like the father. And then there is the 4th, also indigo, with the bars on the back. I don't know what you call indigos, blue bars or indigo bars, but that indigo was the 4th. So 4 full brothers and sisters flew the entire loft, left the entire loft behind by 2 minutes, and they trapped quite nicely. So most of the pigeons came within 4 minutes, and then I was 1 pigeon short, and I was very distraught. But I'm happy to report there he is. He's back. This bloke spent 4 or 5 hours on the wing now. Nah. So he had a baptism of fire, and he's also half brother to the 4 I just showed you, and one of my favorites. But I'm so glad he's home. But the boys, he's very tired. He came in very dehydrated, falling over, and but I handled him. He's still okay. But we'll watch him. He spent now, and it's very warm now. So he was more 5 hours plus in the air, and he didn't drop for water because his feet are still clean. So the poor guy, he had a 5-hour flight. I wonder what mistake he made. What did you do? Where did you go? Went via Cape Town or what? So anyway, there we go. So the pigeons are back. This is the team that we will start off with our racing season. That's now through the mold or ready to go. And this is our first team. And unfortunately, I had to leave these guys behind in this section because most of them only have 9 feathers on the wing. Some are missing the 9th, some are missing the 10th, and some are missing the 8th. And there's disaster really, because now they're going to fall behind. But I will toss them a very short toss tomorrow, and they will just to keep them fit. But I will keep them light. They only had barley today. They're not spoiled because they didn't work for their food today. These guys, I just gave them pellets as much as they wanted. Clean pellets, nothing else. After a long race, to recuperate the muscles and the amino acids. And as of tomorrow morning, they will go back to the 80-20 mix as I previously explained. So, guys, I am happy to report that all the pigeons that we sent for the 150 are back, and they came in at good time. It was a beautiful thing to see. There was quite a large flock of birds that came over my house, and I said to my wife, there goes someone's pigeons. And I was just worried, where is mine? And then all of a sudden, like fighter pilots, they broke off the flank, 2 on the one side, 2 on the other side, made a half a turn into the loft, and the indigos came. I was quite surprised. So that was exciting. It wasn't a race as such, but the 150-kilometer toss it felt like a race. It felt like a race. But the boys and the girls are back. And yes, I think it's nearly showtime. So tomorrow we're going to start our medication program, which I will share with you guys, what we put in the water, what we put on the food, and all those kind of things. Today in the water, you can see there's a nice yellow tint to the water. That's just a electrolyte vitamin that we put in the water so they can recover a bit quicker. And from tomorrow they will go on to the regular program, of which I will share with you. And please guys, just remember what I'm doing here. I'm not saying this is the right things to do. I'm not trying to teach anyone how to fly pigeons. I'm definitely not that caliber of fancier. I'm merely documenting what I'm doing in my loft throughout the season, and then we're going to see what happens at the end of the season. So whatever you see and hear, take it with take it in at face value and make your own conclusions and do your own thing. And better yet, if you are going to medicate your birds and you have the ability or the means to get to a veterinarian every 2 weeks or so, that is of course first prize. But I unfortunately don't have the means to always do that, so I've got a preventative program. And I've heard of people that fly without antibiotics and medicines, but I'm not yet that brave. But I'm also very honest. I think a lot of those people that claim that are liars. And but anyway, I'm giving it to you exactly what I'm doing. Right, and we've got the military above my roof. Holy crap. I didn't even know our military still had pilots that can fly those things. Anyway, there we go. So tune in tomorrow for the medication program going for the week and the plan going forward. And yes, the showtime is here. We are now at the brink of the final team. So we'll take stock tomorrow also of who's left, and either tomorrow or the day thereafter, they will also receive their electronic leg bands. Exciting times, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't done yet, please subscribe, hit the like button and the bell button. If you hit the bell button every time I do post a video, you will be notified. And don't hesitate to comment, good, bad or ugly, it doesn't matter, it helps the algorithm. And till tomorrow, I greet you. Thank you guys, bye.